What an awesome race last night at Darlington. Getting to see one of my favorite drivers, Chase Briscoe, win it at Darlington, at my home racetrack, in my home state, on a walk-off win to clinch himself in the playoffs. You cannot get better. You cannot get any better than that to have a walk-off victory. So happy for Chase Briscoe. So happy for the guys at Stewart Haas Racing, the 14 team, Richard Boswell, High Point, Ford Performance, Chase Briscoe's fans, me included. I'm so happy and thrilled. I got to see that win in person. Yes, I lost a little bit of my voice last night. It's starting to come back to me a little bit, thankfully. And I'm thankful I have to work today, but seeing that win in person, that one's for the ages right there. And to put yourself there in the playoffs, that is impressive. And you were around a top 3, top 5 car all night. Had some good pit stops. Hung in there with Kyle Larson, who was dominating most of the race. Held off Kyle Busch to win it during those last laps. And you were in 4th. And he was in 4th at one time, passing Ross Chastain, Ty Gibbs, and Kyle Larson for the potential race win. When all actuality, that was the race win. Man, I am so thrilled for that guy. And Stewart Haas Racing's closing down their doors next year, and for him to clinch them a win and get him in the playoffs one last time, I'm happy for Chase Briscoe on that front, and that he's one of my favorite drivers. And I waited 2.5 years just to see another Chase Briscoe victory, and it was worth the wait. And it happened for me to see it in person. So congrats on the win, Briscoe. Happy for you and the team. Second is Kyle Busch, who tried to get Chase Briscoe there at the end to try to get in the playoffs. Just wasn't enough. Great effort by Kyle Busch there. Third was Christopher Bell. Fourth was Kyle Larson, who led most of the stages and he led most laps, I think he won both stages. And unfortunately, winning both stages wasn't enough because apparently Tyler Reddick won the regular season title by 1 point. But yeah, Kyle Larson had a great race. Great job for him. Ross Chastain came in 5th. He gave it a try, stayed out on one of those last cautions. He knew he was knew he wasn't at advantage on those tires, but he gave it a try. He had to do what he had to do to try to win, like Chase Briscoe did there. But he gave it a shot. He gave it a try. Didn't work out for him, but that's racing. 6th is Chris Buescher. Even though he won't make the playoffs this year, I thought he had a pretty decent year, but unfortunately that him losing to Kyle Larson by inches at Kansas and him getting into there with Tyler Reddick, I think to me made a little bit of a difference there of him not making the playoffs. 7th is Denny Hamlin. 8th is Joey Logano. 9th is Corey LaJoie. Shout out to him getting his first getting his first top 10 on a non-plate track, so good for him. And 10th, to round out your top 10, is your regular season champion, Tyler Reddick. 11th is Chase Elliott, who was for the most part, I didn't think he had a great night but for him to battle back, finish 11th, that's pretty good. 12th is Our SHR teammate Ryan Preece. 13th is Austin Cindric. 14th is Brad Keselowski. 15th was my guy Austin Dillon. During the first stage, he was around 12th, 15th place car, top 15. Second stage, I don't know what happened there. I read somewhere, it must have been a bad stop somewhere. I don't know, but second or third, around the second and third stage, we weren't as well as we were in the first stage there, but we avoided the wrecks there at the end. Got one of our laps back, got back, finished the top 15, but hopefully AD can do well in these last 10 and try to play a little spoiler there too. 16th is Bubba Wallace, who I thought had a great first stage. Led most of the first stage. Led most of the first stage. He got some stage points there, and just I hated wasn't enough for him. I guess others in front of him won. Chase Briscoe, that didn't help his cause, but I'm sure he wished he had some races back here or there, and that's what makes the difference throughout the year to make the playoffs. But throughout the first few stages, Bubba was doing really well, and until that wreck, he was around the top 10 there, around the second or third stage or so. So he has nothing to hang his head down on that one. 17th is Todd Gilliland, who was in the top 15 there most of the night. 18th is Daniel Suarez. 19th, Alex Bowman. 20th is Ty Gibbs. Congrats to him making the playoffs. 21st, Harrison Burton. 22nd, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 33rd, Zane Smith. 34th, Eric Jones. Or 24th, Eric Jones, excuse me. 25th is John Hunter Nemechek. 26th is my Xfinity driver, SVG, Shane Van Gisbergen. He was right where he's probably supposed to be, unfortunately, most of the night. But he's still learning at these tracks. He did finish 7th in the Xfinity race that night, or day before last night. So I hope to see him win on Oval before the year's out in the Xfinity race, in the Xfinity series. So, but he got 26th. 27th is Justin Haley, who had a top 10 there earlier this year at Darlington. 28th is Michael McDowell. 29th is Daniel Hemrick. 30th is William Byron, who was in the top 5 or so until that wreck there, one of those last cautions. 31st is Josh Berry. He was also in that wreck. I think he may have squeezed Denny Hamlin possibly. He was trying to squeeze 3 wide. I don't know why there, but 32nd is Noah Gragson. 33rd is Carson Hocevar. 34th, Kaz Gralla. 35th is Timmy Hill. 36th is Martin Truex. 37th is Ryan Blaney, who both got involved earlier in that race to bring out the first caution. So that rounds out your finishing order. And also, congrats to all the playoff drivers: Chase Briscoe, Christopher Bell, Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Tyler Reddick, Chase Elliott, Austin Cindric, Brad Keselowski, Alex Bowman, Ty Gibbs, Harrison Burton, William Byron, Martin Truex Jr., Ryan Blaney. I may have said Ty Gibbs already, possibly, but yeah, congrats to all those 16 drivers that made the playoffs this season. And as for Austin Dillon, as I said, first stage, we started 16th. He was the 12th to 15th place car. First stage, hung around the top 15. Okay. On speed, we were probably a 12th to 15th place car there in the first stage, but I don't know what happened there in the second stage. I don't know if something happened on the green flag pit stop. I was at the track, so I can't really say. But we had a lot of long green flag runs for a while, and just couldn't get our lap back there for a while. We were hanging around when we were a lap down or so. We were around like 21st, 24th, something like that when we were a lap down. But we were in that. AD was in one of those wrecks there, but it wasn't like too big. But they hung in there. The 3 team hung in there. Got a top 15 finish out of it. Some cautions helped. Got one of his laps back, but 15th, not bad. Which finish was a little better for AD, of course. I'm also a Dillon fan, but yeah. Still a proud Austin Dillon fan. Good luck to him in Atlanta next week. These last 10 races are about just spoiling the playoff field. That's all you can do. Just have some. Hopefully, the 3 team could have some good momentum going into next season, and just hope for the best these last 10 in 2024. Let's go, AD.